What's up? Okay, so since I made the comments about helping the challenge groups, a bunch of you guys were like, hey, yeah, that'd be great. So here's my little video real quick, just kind of explain what I do. I started doing challenge groups when I became a coach in February, and I did my first challenge group that April. And that first group, I had like, I don't know, it was like 10 people in it, but I only had like 5 or 6 that were really active. But it was my first challenge group, right? So you don't really expect much. I did notice when I first did them that my first group, the first week, everybody was like really excited and gung ho. The second week, less people were excited. The third week, even less. And by the fourth week, everybody pretty much had dropped out of it. And what I was doing initially was just basically posting every day, like, oh, I did this workout, blah blah blah, and to keep people engaged. And I went to Summit, and there were some fantastic ideas. And in the middle of Summit, I actually had, or while I was at Summit, I actually had a challenge group going on. So, and I was experiencing the same problem with peeling out. So what I did was applied a bunch of stuff that I learned from Summit to my challenge group, and holy cow, it's awesome. Okay, so one of the key things that they talked about during were like the mini breakout sessions was like, I think it was the creating the U brand one, if I remember right, with Tara Carr. I think it was Tara Carr's. Anyway, she recommended doing like these mini challenges in them, just to kind of engage people. And like the one she talked about was having people drink half their weight in water, and then every time they had to pee, they were supposed to take a picture of themselves doing like squatting, doing a squat, not like squatting over the toilet, just doing a squat somewhere. And then like, said that she got some really creative pictures. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I took that, and when I came home, I was like, all right, guys, new idea. And so we're gonna have mini picture challenges, and on top of that, I like offered a prize. Like originally, my first challenge group, I offered $25 gift card to whoever had the best results. This time, I upped the ante to $75 worth of gift cards, and I made it a point system instead. And this is my way of keeping people interacting. So if you just wait for someone to have the best results, like there's no reason for anybody to actually post, right? Because they're not like from point A to point C, like point B, they just kind of drop out. Well, so the way I made it is that every time that they post in the challenge group, they get a point. And every time they do a picture, they get 10 points. If they win the picture challenge, they get 15 points. And the person with the most points by the end then gets the prize. And $75 is a pretty darn good prize. And that's an investment that I'm making in them as well. And the nice thing about it is $75 worth of Beachbody gift cards. So automatically, if they weren't using a Beachbody program, now they are. And I do have people in my challenge groups that don't use Beachbody programs, because the way I look at it is, my main goal is not to get people to buy stuff from me, it's to help people. And the thing of it is, I've got a lot of people in my challenge groups that are using Beachbody programs. So if there's a handful of them that aren't, big deal. It doesn't matter to me. If they're keeping active and encouraging people, it doesn't matter. Like, they're still seeing success. And you know what else? Like, they see the other people using the Beachbody programs. They see that they enjoy them, that they're having results, and ultimately end up buying them anyway. So it doesn't really matter. I don't require it. What I usually do is when I first promote or recruit people to the challenge group, I will only talk about the Beachbody programs. Um, but then if they're like, I don't know, I can't afford it or whatever, and I try to like talk to them about it. But sometimes I do understand that money is a problem. I get it. So, you know, I'll let it slide, especially for closer friends, where I'm just trying to like want to get them into Beachbody, but not like ruin a friendship. So by forcing things down their throats. And that's exactly the thing. I'm not forcing anything down their throats. They'll eventually buy the Beachbody programs because they work. That's the way it is. And ever since incorporating the picture challenges and the point system and stuff, like, people are a lot more involved. Well, I tell you what, my original April group is still in my challenge groups. So they were in my June challenge group, and now they're in my August because they love it, because it's a ton of fun. I also post like motivational posters, and like I'll notice if, you know, people are starting to piddle out, I start calling them, you know, tagging them Facebook, hey, what are you up to? Why, I haven't heard from you in a while, you know, check in on them and whatever. So the other thing I did to invite people to the challenge group is that little video on back office for about challenge groups is great and all, but it's so impersonal. So I made my own video where it's me talking, and it's like, it just makes it a lot more personal, and people are a lot more willing to trust you when they're seeing your face and hearing you joke around versus some lady in some fancy video, you know. So that seems to help a lot. And then invite, you know, that is such a big deal. I go on Facebook, I use the graph search, and I'll type in, I'll search for people who live in Sioux Falls, or that are friends of friends. And I just message the crap out of everyone. Like, for every challenge group, I probably invite around 200 people, and only get 20, you know, but I have 20 people in my challenge group, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter. And as time goes on, like people, like I said, people get intrigued, want to buy more programs. They get intrigued about Shakeology, want to buy Shakeology. So it's a slow process by allowing people in who aren't using Shakeology already and aren't using the programs. But because of that, I have such a large group, and then, you know, the Beachbody people are rubbing off on the other ones. So I feel like it's one of those, like, might start off slow, but in the next few months, like, they'll all be using Beachbody stuff because it works, and they see that anyway. Yeah, just promote yourself, promote the business, promote the challenge group. Don't call it a challenge group all the time, because people don't understand what that means. Invite people to your challenge group and then explain that it's a fitness accountability group, because people will be like, you know, my message that I send originally is just like, hey, I was snooping around Facebook, or stalking, or use some kind of funny word, make fun of myself, and be like, I'm just looking for people who would be interested in my fitness accountability group, and I was snooping around Facebook and found you through some mutual friend. If you're interested, let me know. Sometimes if they've got kids in their picture, I'll be like, hey, your kid is so cute, like, how old are they? And sometimes I just form them, and I don't even invite them to my challenge group right away. So it's just different for, you just have to make it personal, I guess. So hopefully that answers a few questions. If you have more, feel free to message me, add me, whatever. Heck, if you really wanted, I could add you to one of mine, and you can just kind of check it out. I don't care. The more the merrier. So, yeah, hopefully I answered your questions. If you have more, let me know. Like I said, they've been really successful for me so far. This one that I've got going on right now, like I said, I have 28 members in it. And usually I'll have so many members, and about half of them are actually, like, seriously active. But these guys are crazy active, like, every single day, commenting on everybody's posts. One person's like, I have such a hard time getting up in the morning, and she's got, like, every single member of the group commented, being like, you can do this! So, I'm so proud of them. Like, I'm like, this is going to be awesome. We're going to have great results, and I'm really excited about it. Anyway, that's all. I'm done babbling. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.